Hey guys, this is Matt at Total Package Detailing. I just wanted to make this video kind of explaining the different levels that we offer here in the ceramic coating world, okay? Now, when you get a ceramic coating done, this is not the average wax job or spray sealant job, because a ceramic coating permanently replaces a wax or a sealant for the life of the coating. We offer several different options, okay? Let's start here with EXO. This is our entry-level coating. This will give you about 2 years of decent hydrophobics and protection. It's a lot better than a wax is, and it adds a significant amount of gloss that a wax cannot provide either, okay? Up from that, we jump up into C1, crystal lacquer. Because I'm a Gtechniq accredited detailer, meaning I went to training with Gtechniq, I actually guarantee this for 5 years. You can only get that by going to somebody like myself who is Gtechniq accredited, okay? So, here's the important thing about these two, C1 and Ultra. Ultra, by the way, is our premium grade ceramic coating. This is as high as it gets in terms of the base coating. This one here lasts for 9 years, okay? So, we've got C1 and we've got Ultra. 5 years, 9 years. Both of these have an optional EXO overcoat upgrade, okay? So what that means is once we put down one of these two coatings, we're gonna wait for that one to cure enough, and then we're gonna come back and do 2 coats of EXO on top of that. Now what is that gonna do? That's gonna make the hydrophobics even higher. It's gonna add even more gloss to it, and a lot more reflectivity. So that's the benefit of doing an EXO overcoat. I'm trying not to confuse you guys here. I'm doing the best that I can, okay? Now, before we can do a ceramic coating, there is a lot of prep that goes into this, okay? We have to remove the defects from the car. A lot of this part has to do with you. Who are you as a person? Are you the kind of person that wants every single swirl mark gone, or wants every single scratch gone, or are you the person that just wants to see something that's shiny, okay? 2 different kinds of people. People that are picky, people that just see shiny. Now, for cars that are newer, or people that don't really care about removing all kinds of defects, most people are gonna be blown away by what we call a single stage paint correction, okay? That means we're going to remove anywhere from 65 to maybe 70% of the defects using a single pass with a polisher or multiple polishers depending on the vehicle. Like this one here, we had to use everything in the book because when you look, these emblems here, it's hard to get around there, so we used a 1-inch on there, we used a 1-inch on here, we used a 1-inch polisher there, around here, okay? And then a 6-inch there, a 6-inch there, a 3-inch there, and a 3-inch down here and a 1-inch there. Do you understand? In order to get a good result on something with so many concaves, it's best to use multiple machines. So this customer here actually got what we call a 2-stage correction, okay? But what that means is we're gonna do the first stage, then another stage on top of that to really refine the defects and really remove a good deal of them. Now that'll get from 70 to 85%, sometimes a little higher than that depending on the paintwork, okay? Correction, meaning defects removed. That takes a significantly larger amount of time because it's twice the amount of work before we even get into the coating part of it, okay? So as you look at this truck right now, I'm now on day 3 on the outside of this truck in a 2-stage paint correction, okay? I've also put Crystal Serum Ultra on this, and then I followed it with Gtechniq EXO, okay? This customer got, the top of the line coating package, okay? Now, for those of you, and this is probably not gonna be very many of you, but I know there's a couple of you out there that are real sticklers that want as many defects removed as possible, okay? I do have 2 other options. The multi-stage paint correction, and then the multi-stage texture leveling correction. Now, what does that mean? A multi-stage correction is where I can spend 30 to 40 hours just in the buffing and polishing part compounding it over and over and over and over again, and polishing it over and over again, as long as there's enough paint there to deal with, trying to chase above 90% correction, okay? 95%. That 5% is really difficult to get in the detailing world, and then the next 5% after that, going to 100 or 99, is even more difficult. So that is where we have the multi-stage texture leveling detail. Now this is what that means. That means that we're going to sand the whole car down and remove as much of the orange peel as possible before coming back and then polishing it over and over again to remove the sanding marks. Orange peel, guys, for those of you who are new to this, who don't know what it is and you're curious, orange peel is when you look at the paintwork and you look at it at a certain angle and it almost has like a orange peel type effect look to it, okay? That's called orange peel. Lots of factory cars have that, and the reason for that is UV protection, and quite frankly, the other reason is because it's cheaper to paint cars like that and just leave orange peel on there. There are some manufacturers that charge more money for premium paint jobs that have less orange peel, or alternatively, like some of the newer Acuras or the Maseratis or even the Porsches, they have options where you can get a paint job on there for extra money that has way more clear coat on it than the average car, so that someone like myself or a body shop or someone can sit there and texture level that thing without removing too much paint and harming the ability for the paint to protect the car from UV ray damage and the elements, okay? So let's go over it one more time. I know I said a lot here. We have several options. Number one, single stage paint correction, 60 to 70% defect removal. Number two, two-stage paint correction, okay? 70 to 80, 85%. Number three, multi-stage paint correction. That's where we're going above 90%. And then lastly, the multi-stage with wet sanding, that's where we can get, generally 95% or higher. Again, you guys are probably sitting there going, whoa, how could it be so difficult to take out that last 5%? It really is, guys. Just to give you an example, there's a guy across from my shop. Feel free to give him a call and discuss. His name is Schmitty's Auto Restoration. He's been restoring cars for over 40 years. He has a car right now in there that has a $40,000 paint job on it, okay? $40,000 went into restoring the frame on this car, painting the frame, doing all that, and the guy that did the paint job literally texture leveled it down to absolute perfection. There is not a single swirl mark or defect in that thing, but what do you expect from a $40,000 job? You would expect something that good, okay? But you guys aren't going to spend that on your everyday driver. You're going to spend that on a higher end car. So for you folks out there that are thinking about getting the ceramic coating to protect your car, stop you from having to wax it, giving you way easier cleaning and hydrophobics, plus our guarantee that comes with it, you're going to be blown away when you see either a single stage paint correction or a two-stage paint correction, because most factory paint jobs don't even have that level of correction on them anyway, okay? Now, let's talk about the amount of time that this takes, okay? If you come in here and you get a single stage paint correction and you get EXO, that'll usually take about a day or so, maybe a day and a half to do for a quick single stage in EXO, okay? If we do EXO and C1, that'll take longer. That's probably gonna take a couple of days. And if we move into two-stage paint corrections or Ultra Plus EXO, as we discussed earlier, that's where, like I said, I've got over 3 days in this particular truck, okay? Because it takes a lot more time, especially on a black one, like this one, okay? Now, real quick, let's talk about the optional upgrades that you can get on top of the ceramic coatings that we offer. We also offer wheel coatings as well, where it'll make it a lot easier to keep the brake dust off your wheels. We offer two options for that. We have a wheel faces option, or we have an entire wheel option. Now, the wheel faces option is where we're going to do just the face of the rim, just the spokes of the rim itself, and that's going to last you about 2 years worth of easy cleaning of the brake dust. Or if you want the whole wheel done, that's where we take the car off the ground, take the wheels off. We have to polish and prep the inside of the wheels with a polisher, okay? And then put a ceramic coating on the inside of there too. That takes significantly more time, but for those of you who are picky and like to have your wheels really clean, that is definitely the way to go, okay? Other options, we have our glass parency glass coating. That's a 3-year glass coating, way better than Rain-X. It comes with a 3-year guarantee. We've also got the interior coatings option too, where we can put antimicrobials inside, which will keep the car germ-free for a long period of time. We've got fabric protections as well, for those of you who don't want to see your fabric get stained. And we've got dash protections and stuff like that too that are also antimicrobial. Now, for all the optional bolt-ons, okay, we also have a discount for those of you who want to just get it all done at once. And the reason for that is it's actually less time consuming to do it all at once, because I've already done all the prep on everything else anyway, so it takes me less time. Whereas if you came in here and you did a standalone whatever, you know, it's going to take more time because it takes more time to do that, okay? So we call that the Total Surface Protections Package. Let's go over it again. Here's what you're going to get. You're going to get the glass treated. All your glass is going to be treated with our 3-year coating, okay? You'll also get the wheel faces, or you can optionally upgrade to the whole wheel. You'll get your headlights coated with a ceramic coating, your tail lights coated with a ceramic coating, the tail pipe coated with a ceramic coating, the engine bay plastics will be coated with the ceramic coating, and then the interior antimicrobials, dash protections, and the fabric protections are all included for a lower price when you bundle them all in one thing. Now, the obvious question is, Matt, what does this cost? What is it going to cost me to do this, okay? Guys, to be as you can see, this gets pretty in depth. To be 100% honest with you, every car is different. It's very difficult to quote this over the phone because every car is different. What I like to have people do is come in for a 15-minute conversation and consultation. We're going to go over the car together with our specialized lighting that we have here. We have all high-end lighting. What this lighting does is it reveals the defects in the paintwork much better than what you're going to see out in the sun. And at that point, we're going to go around and measure all the panels with the special depth gauge and see how much paint is actually on your car, okay? That's going to give us an idea of what we got to work with. At that point, we're then going to tape off a few sections of the car, and I will demonstrate on your car in person what a single stage would look like, what a 2-stage would look like, what a multi-stage would look like. And guys, as I said before, most of you are blown away by either the single stage or the 2-stage correction. For the guys who are ultra picky out there, they've got a show car, then we've got the multi-stage or the texture leveling multi-stage for you guys who are really picky and want it to be immaculate, okay? Once you've decided on that, then we'll go through the coatings. What's going to benefit you the most? If you're the kind of person that's going to run your car into the ground and keep it forever, then guys, there is no better option than Crystal Serum Ultra. But we're like a steakhouse. This is the steak. You might not be able to afford the steak. So if you can't afford the steak, we've got a really good hot dog as well called Gtechniq EXO, or we've got a really great hamburger called C1, and you can top either one of those with some extra good cheese, okay? I know that's not the best analogy, but that's the best one that I can come up with. So I hope we're just gonna run with it, okay? So guys, give me a call if you want this done. I have limited availability on consultations because there's so many people calling and everything else. So please give me a call so that I can schedule you in. Usually it takes a couple weeks to get those in. Sometimes I can get them in sooner, but most of the time it's a couple weeks out to do that, okay? Our number, of course, is 920-450-2085. We're also at TotalPackageDetailing.com. If you want to see some finished works, jump into our video section here on Facebook. We've got plenty of videos that kind of show before and afters. We've got plenty of pictures as well. And over the years here, I've also done lots of videos about process and everything else. So check it out. Give us a call, 920-450-2085. Thanks.